Hey ladies and gents, this is Isdwiz here with Miguel, and we're taking a look at the Four Horsemen's Ilgarr action figure, part of the Mythic Legion's 1.5 assortment. Hey Miguel.
Wow.
Hey. Alright, Ilgarr. Let's start by taking a look at his bio. Now you might have noticed that it's kind of hard for me to read these bios sometimes. It's because the letters are small, the punctuation is even smaller, and I have old eyes. Anyway, Ilgarr, one of the most notorious and brutal warriors in the northern kingdom of Vikenfell. Ilgarr could not be stopped, not even by death. A deal was struck with Necrominius' son Malleus, and Ilgarr was reborn as a shambling skeletal semblance of his former self. More bloodthirsty than ever, Ilgarr is one of the congregation's most savage fighters. So I guess he's part of the congregation of Necrominius. That's his faction.
Sounds very ill.
He'd be
So funny.
He's past ill. He's dead.
That's so funny.
Ilgarr, I guess, was a Viking, and now he's a skinnier Viking.
He's a skinny Viking.
Yeah.
Apparently has wings coming out of his head.
Yeah, no, the cool thing about Ilgarr, I guess, is that he's a Viking, and he's kind of has that dwarf head that we've seen before with other figures, but it's on a full-size body, which makes him a Viking, and he comes with a skeleton head as well. This skeleton head does not have a posable jaw, so you can't move the mandible. So he's the strong, silent type. The strong, silent, and dead type. Tall,
Strong, silent, and dead type. Wow.
tall, dark, and dead. That's Ilgarr. This has a really, really cool paint job. I always wonder how they do this, how they make the armor look rusted and old and crusty. Looks like they have like some copper paint, and then they put some what is that, turquoise, sort of a turquoise wash on it, so it looks like it's rusted. But it's a really, really cool effect, right?
Why doesn't he get new armor? If he can be reborn, why doesn't he just get new armor?
Well, you know, he's old. And
go over to some guy and kill him and take his armor.
His bones are really, really weathered and old, so he wants them to match his armor. So he's rusty and crusty.
Rusty and crusty.
And he wants his armor to be the same way. Ilgarr, okay, is I'm gonna take a look at what he looks like without his pauldrons, because he's got those spiky evil pauldrons. Now he's looking really...
His arms look bare.
They do. He looks kind of skinny and has small shouldered because he's a skeleton. And then with the head there, you think the pauldrons make it look better, huh? They balance out that... He's kind of top heavy because he's got that big head. He's got those really, really cool turquoise wings. So let's put the pauldrons back on. We're going to put the pauldrons back on and see what I think he looks better that way. He's got some really super cool accessories. This battle axe is an axe that came with another set, a special set that you had to buy before. I think actually this is the battle axe that came with the standards, but it's really, really intricately carved. You can see the wood grain on it, and it's nicely painted, so it looks like metal, and he looks really good with the axe. And this axe also matches up really, really well with the shield, which is, you know, likewise sort of worn and chipped and old. And
looks like his shield and his armor is made of two different metals.
His shield is made out of mostly wood, I'm guessing, and then some sort of silver metal, and his armor would be
copper,
like a bronze maybe, or a copper. Does copper tarnish that? Yeah, I guess it would.
It does, like pennies.
Yeah. And then all of his accessories are sort of crusty and rusty. Like
Rusty
this
and
sword
rusty.
fits in his belt loop there. But for some reason, he's got a bright, shiny new dagger. So
The dagger seems to be
I'm
really
guess
not proportionate. It's like a mini sword, not a dagger.
he went shopping and he got a brand new dagger.
But he decided, you know what, let's not get new armor or shield.
So he comes with a dagger. He comes with this cool, dirty sword, and this neat battle axe, and this very, very cool shield, which was also part of one of the special battle weapons packs that you bought. So let's take a look at what he looks like with his alternate head. Okay. So it's funny because
when he puts his actual head on, he just magically loses his beard.
he magically loses his beard because
It's apparently
I've never seen a skeleton with a beard. Have you?
No.
Or like maybe a full head of hair. I mean, initially, I'm gonna put the neck piece in there because it's not.
He looks
There
really depressed.
There's the neck piece. Initially, you probably would have scalp and hair and all that stuff, but after you're dead for a while, I think it would just
And then once you take your helmet off, you're especially bald.
your beard
Yeah, your beard just goes away magically.
just kind of disappears.
I mean, if you're already like a disgusting looking skeleton, wouldn't you have already lost all your hair?
Your beard for sure, I think. Maybe a few straggly hairs there for effect. What do you think? Do you like him better with the cool...
Are you saying that beard grows out of their bones instead of their skin?
No. What do you think of the... Do you think you like the dwarf head better, or do you think you like the skull head better? Oops.
I like the helmet.
You like the helmet?
Yeah.
I kind of... When I was looking at...
Well, it's kind of like his neck is like trying to poke his head out like a chicken.
in this...
Yeah, he
I
does.
kind of like the skeleton head better, and I think I might keep him as a skeleton. Now, an interesting thing happened in the package. Originally, he was supposed to be packaged with his dwarf head on, but for some reason, I guess the factory kind of messed that up, so they put the skeleton head on, and they packed the dwarf head down into the bottom of the package, but we still get both heads. And if you wanted him to have the dwarf head, which is his, I guess, iconic look, then you can go ahead and open the package, switch the heads, put them back in. You'll probably have to find a tray, a plastic tray that fits the dwarf head, so from one of your other dwarves, and then he could be displayed in package with the dwarf head. But I really, really like the job they did on the... on the skeleton head here and the way it matches the bones. I think I would have probably put some more black into the eye sockets, or maybe like a different color like red or something, because it needs to emphasize the eye area, I think. So I'll probably take a Sharpie and I'll color that part in black. But other than that, it looks really great, and I think he looks very, very cool.
He looks very ill.
He looks ill. Do they still use that expression? Like we used to, back in the 80s, we used to say, you be illin', and that was a good thing.
I've
Do they
never heard that before.
Well, why do you keep saying he looks ill? Ill isn't good, right?
No.
Ill isn't bad?
Yeah.
Because back in the 80s,
Because he looks very,
ill was good.
No, he looks healthy, you know. You can see, like, his face is very defined. Like, you can see the bone structure.
Da-da-da-da. Yeah, you can see the
cracked skull.
The cracks in the skull and stuff. So that is Ilgarr. And back in the 80s, if we said something was ill, we meant it was good. Just like if you say something is bad, that means it's good. But you guys don't use that anymore?
I have never heard that before.
Okay. I guess they don't use it anymore. You never heard anybody say, you be illin'?
No.
All right, it's the Wiz with Ilgarr signing off.